What's up, gamers? Welcome back to another exciting TrueGameData video. Today I'm going to be talking about aimed walking sway. This is something that's always bothered me on the Cold War guns. In a video a little while ago, I mentioned to maybe switch all of your sniper support optics to the Silix Hollow Scout, and this video is going to show you why. Basically, the Silix Hollow Scout just has a lot less aimed walking sway. So I basically tested the most popular attachments, and I'm going to go through and just show you some visuals of all that. Should be a really quick, short video. But I just wanted to show this because I think it's important. So let's jump into it and I'll show you the examples. All right, so I went to roughly the same distance from this tower and just walked around with different optics and checked for any aimed walking sway mechanics. I've got the Kobra red dot on the left, the Silix Hollow Scout in the middle, and then the Vision Tech 2X on the right. And you can see that the Kobra and the Silix Hollow Scout have the exact same zoom, but the Silix has dramatically less, maybe not less, but slower aimed walking sway, which makes it way easier to control and hit your targets compared to the Kobra. These are both the exact same builds besides the optics, so my walking speed's the same, my strafe speed's the same, everything's identical. The only difference is the optic. So you can see that some of these optics have a hidden stat, and that is the aimed walking sway, which can really help you hit your shots while you're moving. And then on the right, the Vision Tech also appears to have really bad aimed walking sway. It looks basically the same as the Kobra, just with a little bit more zoom. So the effect's even more pronounced with the Vision Tech. All right, like I said, I checked a lot of the popular optics. So on the left, I had the Microflex LED, which is probably the most popular pick for SMG builds, basically. SMGs don't struggle with this nearly as much as ARs. They have much steadier aimed walking movement. I don't know why that is. So this is really only important for these ARs. And it's also kind of made more apparent by the fact that we can get such crazy good strafe speeds on the Cold War guns that we weren't really able to do with the ARs from Modern Warfare. But in general, Modern Warfare also doesn't have nearly the aim walking sway that these guns have, and we had specific attachments that helped with that, like tac lasers and things like that. The Cold War guns have no listed attachments that help with this that I'm aware of, but it's definitely a hidden stat. So you can see these two look pretty bad. I don't really see any effects here. They look basically the same as that Kobra did. They're just a little bit more zoomed out, so the effect isn't quite as pronounced. Last up here, we've got the EM2 Default optic. So I recommended people try this out. Use the default optic with like a serpent wrap or something instead of using the Axial 3X. But it always felt really awkward to me when I was moving and strafing. And this is why, because you can see the EM2's default optic has just a ton of aim walking sway, and it's really quick too. Again, both these builds are exactly the same. The only difference is the optic. The Axial 3X clearly has some sort of reduction of this compared to the base optic on the EM2. And the EM2 base optic is even more zoomed out. You can tell that it's much more zoomed out than the Axial 3X, but yet it still looks dramatically more violent. So 100% the Axial 3X is the way to go on the EM2. And I completely, yes, if you're standing still, the default optic on the EM2 is great because it takes away a lot of that visual recoil. But if you're moving at all, which is almost all the time, anytime you're in an engagement that really matters, you're usually moving. So Axial 3X 100% the better option than the default optic. If you guys appreciate these deep dives into individual stats and attachments, a sub to the channel would be very much appreciated. I really don't have much else to talk about in this video. I just wanted to show some of these optics. Obviously the Axial 3X is reducing the aim walking sway. The Silix Hollow Scout is reducing the aim walking sway. The Silix is the lowest zoom optic I found that had any effect on this, so I think it might be a good option for a lot of sniper supports, but overall this can make a big difference when you're strafing and trying to shoot someone that's more than 20-30 meters away. It makes a huge difference. So just wanted to get this information out there. Hope it helps you out, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be in the next couple days. We're working really hard on the premium features for the site, and hopefully we'll be launching that very soon, and then I can get back to making more YouTube videos, but we'll see you then.